Welcome to Vibrational Revelations. I'm Elena.
I am Alejandro.
In today's episode, we're going to reveal to you 3 legendary singers. Now, before we begin, for those of you that are joining us for the very first time on YouTube, thank you so much for having an open mind, open heart, and for being a part of our YouTube Vibrational Revelations community. We truly appreciate you. If you're here for the very first time, make sure that you download the link of where we explain the scale of consciousness. This will help guide you through the process of what each number means. Now, in videos previous to today's video, which also post a link there, we did a frequency analysis breakdown. This is where we go through all the different aspects of what we reveal for each of the vibrational analysis revelations, right, for each person. And in fact, this is something that we also do privately. So if you're absolutely interested in booking your own vibrational frequency analysis, please don't hesitate to reach out. So let's begin this fascinating journey of navigating the 3 legendary female singers. And today we'll start with Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse incarnated at the frequency of 250, which is the frequency of neutrality. She was born at the frequency of 30. 30 is the frequency of guilt. And her overall frequency was 125. 125 is the frequency of unfulfilled desire. And oftentimes we reference it to the frequencies of addiction, right? Someone who's had an addiction. Health, she viewed through the lens of 30. 30 is the frequency of guilt. Finances, she viewed through the lens of 125, unfulfilled desire. Creativity, this is very interesting because you'll see there's all kinds of different frequencies throughout all the characters we're revealing to you today. Her creativity was at 750, which is this frequency of enlightenment. Enlightenment frequency begins at 700 and goes all the way to 1,000. Relationships, she viewed through the lens of 100, fear. Personal growth, frequency of 50, apathy, so disconnected, disassociated from personal growth. Philanthropy, 125, frequency of unfulfilled desire. Intuition, overall frequency is also 125, unfulfilled desire. And then we look at 4 aspects of intuition: clairaudience, 700. You'll see this as a pattern emerging today in 3 of the characters we're revealing. So clairaudience, receiving messages through hearing. This is an enlightened relationship for Amy Winehouse. Clairsentience, feeling in the body, 125, unfulfilled desire. Clairvoyance, 500, love. And claircognizance, 100, fear. IQ, she viewed through the lens of 250, and IQ has to do with intellect, right? Acquired knowledge, information. EQ, emotional intelligence, she had an unprocessed emotion of fear, 100. So it also speaks that there's trauma, right? Somewhere there was trauma. SQ, we also refer to the level of magnetism, especially in the characters we were revealing to you today because they were on stage, right? And she had her SQ at the frequency of 500, love. AQ, what happened to when she was being challenged, right? In difficult times, difficult situations. And for Amy Winehouse, it was a frequency of 30, guilt. She enjoyed her role 48% of the time. She was in her ego 100%. And out of that, 100% was inferior ego. This is where you feel like you're not good enough. The inferior ego is the thoughts that make you think or feel that you're not good enough. And whatever you do, it will never be good enough. In the now, 47%. Integrity, which has to do with how loyal and faithful you are to your core values and beliefs. For her, it was 84%. And out of that, 51%, she was in the integrity to herself, so quite low, right? And to others, 85%, integrity to others. Self-awareness, 63%, clarity, 75%, alignment with divine purpose, 47%, alignment with personal purpose, 93%. So you could see that she's She was out of alignment with her divine mission of why she came here. Compassion, 93%. Empathy, 95%. So she was a very compassionate and empathic person. And of course, in this case, because she's no longer in this reality with us, we didn't measure her energy purity or the dimensions.
Next is Whitney Elizabeth Houston, known as Whitney Houston. She incarnated at the frequency of 310, which is the level of willingness, was born at the frequency of 50, level of apathy, and her overall frequency was 200. That is the level of consciousness of courage. Viewed the aspect of health through the lens of fear at 100, finances 250, level of neutrality, creativity 540, level of joy, relationships 100, level of fear, personal growth 200, level of courage, philanthropy 175, that is the level of pride, intuition 175, and within intuition we have clairaudience at 500, that's the level of love, clairsentience 100, level of fear, clairvoyance 175, and claircognizance 200. Under the intelligence aspect, we have IQ at 200, EQ 100, SQ 900, and AQ 100. In the joy, 64%. In the ego, 97%. And 94% of that is the inferior version of the ego. In the now, 53%. Integrity, 71%. Integrity to self, 54%. And integrity to others, 81%. Self-awareness, 87%. Clarity, 84%. Alignment with divine purpose, 72%. Alignment with personal purpose, 93%. Compassion, 88%. Empathy, 82%. And we did not measure energy purity or dimensions because she's no longer with us, no longer in this reality, right?
And keep in mind, we're going to reveal to you Tina Turner in a moment. The group of 3 women, legendary women that we are revealing to you today is part of our much bigger episode that we just did in our Vibrational Revelation membership community. This is where we meet, of course, every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We've done so many episodes, so we have a full library of episodes and also so many new things that we're exploring. We're taking live questions and, of course, learning and exploring together with our curious conscious community.
About consciousness, about
people, places,
this reality, right?
Yes, absolutely. So make sure that you tune in and you watch the full episode. We actually revealed 10 female legendary singers. So now let's go to Tina Turner. Tina Turner incarnated at the frequency of 250, was born at the frequency of 50, which is apathy, and her overall frequency as of today is 350. And based on those numbers, you can actually see a lot that this is a human being that has walked their hero's journey, overcoming their birth and incarnation frequency. Health she views through the lens of fear, unprocessed emotion of fear, 100. Finances, 500, love. Creativity, 540, which is joy. Relationships, 400, reason. Personal growth, 250, neutrality. Philanthropy, 350, which is a level of acceptance. Intuition, 250. And 4 aspects of intuition is clairaudience, 600, peace. Clairsentience, 310, willingness. Clairvoyance, 250, neutrality. And claircognizance, 250, neutrality. IQ, 250, neutrality. EQ, emotional intelligence, 100. SQ. So this is a level of magnetism. This is what makes Tina Turner who she is. Frequency of 900. So for those of you that watched our episode in previous week, you've seen the episode with male rock stars. And this is quite a frequency that you see throughout different of the male legendary singers that we revealed in the SQ, which is this magnetic, enlightened relationship, right? When they go on stage, you're hooked. AQ, the frequency of AQ for Tina Turner, AQ has to do with adversity. What happens when she's facing challenging situations? And the frequency is 50. Disconnect and disassociate, right?
In the joy as of how much fun is Tina Turner having playing her role in this reality is 80%. In the ego, how much she pays attention to thought, 82%, and is 67% in the inferior version of the ego. In the now, how much time she spends in the now and the present moment is 76%. Integrity, how loyal and faithful she is to her core values and beliefs, to her truth, is 97%. Integrity to self, 100%. Integrity to others, 98%. Self-awareness, 95%. Clarity, 97%. Alignment with divine purpose, this, we compare this to self-realization, is 100%. Alignment with personal purpose, we compare this to self-actualization, is 100%. Compassion, 94%. Empathy, 100%. Energy purity, and this is a great indicator, tells you how well the 350 suit fits her. 350 is of the level of consciousness that she's currently experiencing, or how much she's embodying that level, and she's embodying it at 100%. When it comes to dimensions, she's experiencing the fifth dimension 49% of the time, especially when she's on stage or
she's retired now.
doing anything related to finances, 500, creativity, 540, or when she's receiving messages through her clairaudience at 600, which is the level of peace. So she's experiencing flow 49% of the time.
And I would say another interesting thing to see in her chart, right, in her analysis, is the really high number of self-awareness at 95% and clarity at 97%. So it also speaks highly of someone who has been walking, connecting, being conscious and aware of their actions, right, of their environment, of their own being, of their own presence on this planet. So you could see that she's very much aware. She's done the work of overcoming the birth frequency of 50, all the trauma that she's gone through to come to where she is today. And absolutely, her journey is what we call the hero's journey, like many, many, many people that we reveal in our Vibrational Revelations community, and also in our vibrational frequency analysis and lifetime analysis that we so much appreciate.
Yes. And most like the alignment with divine purpose, is the most important number.
That's what usually people tell us.
Most people want to know, right? Or find out. And in her case, she's fully aligned with her divine purpose and her personal purpose. So it's a beautiful dance between her persona, Tina Turner as the persona, and her true self, the God's essence within her. They're in alignment in a beautiful way. It has been expressed throughout her life, right?
So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure that you subscribe, you comment, you share. If there's anything you'd love for us to reveal, post it below. We truly appreciate you. And this is just a reminder for us to celebrate the beauty that exists within each and every one of us, right? We've revealed to you different characters, different frequencies, and somehow everyone plays an important role and also adds with their own unique frequency, their own unique essence to this kaleidoscope of life.
Yes.
So stay in your light.
And all the numbers are perfect as they are. Now, if the person desires to experience a greater feeling of whatever feeling they're experiencing at the moment, they will know exactly where they stand and in relation to each aspect, in relation to their overall perspective of life. And they are always able to reach higher levels. It's just a matter of wanting to experience it. Yeah?
Yes.
That's it.
Thank you so much. Until next time.
Thank you.